Hello and ho ho ho. So today is Monday the 26th of December. It's 2022 and it's Boxing Day. And of course, the origins of the term Boxing Day is unsurprisingly blurred. There is the Anglican Church that claims it's the day of the opening of the poor boxes which were filled during Advent. And others state that it actually is a tradition going back to Queen Victoria, where the servants of the wealthier and aristocratic families who worked very hard on Christmas Day were allowed to go home to their families on the 26th and were given wrapped boxes full of gifts, money, other bonuses, and sometimes food. A tradition of goodwill to all men. In 2022, of course, we saw the passing of our beloved Queen. And it was very pleasing to see that even in death, she brought together countries and communities. The smooth transition from Queen Elizabeth II to King Charles III was, in my opinion, very admirable. And watching the King's speech yesterday and him mentioning all faiths, hope and light was spot on, in my opinion. My family too, we saw the passing of my mother on the 3rd of December, and although it was on the cards, it's still a little raw. So I spread out my cloak of care to all my family, including my brother, my nieces, nephews and cousins. But I'm also very aware and very conscious that many other families are in mourning at this time. Naturally, it's a reflective time, and for those outside of our shores, 2022 must have seemed like a real political pantomime. And along with the majority of us, we're struggling to live with the fallout. I recall being confused in the summer when it was announced that the railway dispute had been reconciled, that the unions and the railway companies had come to an agreement, but the government wouldn't sign it off. My mother stated that this was just people playing games, and how right she was. How right she was indeed. Watching the reviews of the year of 2022, two phrases stick out: political and financial. We hear the phrase playing politics and playing markets. The ramifications of these games has left people with much higher mortgages and rent payments on top of the increased energy costs. It's confusing because we hear on one hand that the unions are ruining Christmas and they're holding the country to ransom. But then we are told that the railway companies paid out nearly £2 billion in dividends, so the money is there. We've also been told that every day there's a railway strike, it damages the economy by millions of pounds. So why not sign the railway agreement? It's because of political gains. We have heard of the postal strikes that are going on at the moment, have cost the Royal Mail well over £100 million. Surely just coming to some agreement with what the postal workers want is a fraction of that cost. So why not just simply settle the dispute? The phrase, a stitch in time saves nine, along with what's the cost of not doing something, comes to mind. Most of us are very frustrated with the strike action, but I also understand why it is happening and are trying to be quite sanguine about it. Hopefully 2023 will bring along some sort of common sense, because those games that people are playing and just don't cut the mustard with us. You know, those playing the games must realise in 2023 that the rest of us just see it as childish tantrums, which are in danger of trashing the United Kingdom completely. Well, on that note, I'll just simply say Happy New Year. Thank you to all of those who have supported my vlogs, and if you really do enjoy them, please encourage others to subscribe. So all the best for 2023.